So Max Verstappen's race engineer, who you probably know as GP, full name Gianpiero Lambiase, has had a lot of offers when it comes to rival teams trying to poach him away from Red Bull Racing. And it's not really a surprise given how high profile a lot of the rants have been from Verstappen to GP over the radio. And on top of that, he's done a really good job too, of course, being a part of a very successful Red Bull team. When you think about some of the big guys who have left Red Bull in recent seasons, to the like of Aston Martin and McLaren and Mercedes, it's not a surprise that GP would have had a few offers on the table. But what's going on here? So, full article on the F1 Chronicle as always, guys. You know how we do on here. So, Max Verstappen's well-known race engineer has reportedly turned down offers from both Ferrari and McLaren. Corriere dello Sport claims that Gianpiero Lambiase, otherwise known as GP, was approached with the enticing offer to become Lewis Hamilton's race engineer at Ferrari. Now, despite his name, he's not actually Italian. He must be like part Italian or like Italian parents or something, but he is British. You listen to him on the radio, he sounds very British. He apparently turned down that offer with other reports suggesting that he also said no to McLaren. Referring to Ferrari's rejected offer, Dello Sport reported, several names have said no and declined the honour of driving Ferrari. Unsurprisingly, an Italian outfit are declaring it an honour, a privilege to drive for or work for Ferrari, which, okay, kind of is, but still. Including Lambiase, whose arrival Vasseur strongly advocated for, because obviously Bono isn't going to Ferrari. He's staying in Mercedes, getting a promotion there. He'll still be around the team, of course. So yeah, interesting how the headhunt for a race engineer for Sir Lewis is now on for Ferrari. They need to make sure they get that right before he joins at the start of 25. It was just the latest in a series of successful and unsuccessful attempts by Red Bull's rivals to poach their key staff, like sporting director Jonathan Wheatley, who will become the new team boss at Audi. Soon to be currently Sauber, will become Audi, but he'll join actually in 26, I believe. Dr. Helmut Marko said that Red Bull couldn't compete with the offer. He, Wheatley, started as a mechanic and has an incredible career at Red Bull, which he can be very proud of, and he wanted a position that was more demanding for him. Each their own. Some people like to have more responsibilities, some people like to have less. Unfortunately, the offer came from Audi, which we couldn't match, whether because of the position or the money they offered him. I understand him, he went for the opportunity. It's now rumoured that Red Bull may be able to fend off Ferrari's attempt to poach Lambiase by offering in some of Wheatley's duties. We have a team with many young people, and we have the opportunity to assign Jonathan's role to other people, and we believe that we can manage the situation internally, Marko said. So makes you wonder. I mean, they've already got a team principal, obviously Christian Horner, of course, so there's nothing there. I mean, I don't know what the sporting director's roles actually are, and that's what Wheatley is, but Lambiase getting some of that would be a way to keep him on board. Whether he wants to go to Ferrari or not, who knows, but yeah, we'll see what happens with that. Maybe they'll come back with another offer. Maybe McLaren will come back with another offer of some position. We don't know what position that McLaren offered him, but that's the thing, when you have success like this, it's only natural. It's similar to football, you get a team that does really well. Let's say like Leicester City, for example, in 2016 when they won the Premier League. All the big clubs then come in for their players and they poach them, and the squad is basically left as a bare bones of what was actually successful. And it's sad, but it's the reality of things. Now, it's different with Red Bull, obviously, because in recent times they are the most successful team in Formula One, and yeah, maybe not historically, obviously, because they've only been on the grid for 20 years, but you look at what they've done in that time. They've won seven world championships with Max Verstappen and Sebastian Vettel on the driver's front. It's a lot. So they've done a lot in that time, and they might well be able to keep Lambiase, they might not be able to. We'll have to see, and we'll bring you any news, of course, with that. But can you imagine GP being the race engineer for Hamilton at Ferrari? That'd be such a culture shock. But again, stranger things have happened, like Hamilton joining Ferrari. Never thought it'd happen, but here we go. But yeah, let us know what you think about it in the comments below, guys. Should GP go or should he stay? Let us know below. And of course, keep it subscribed to the F1Chronicle.com to see much more F1 news stories just like this.